The Japanese Grand Prix is on this weekend, guys, and I'm really looking forward to this event. It's one of my favourite races on the calendar. The Suzuka Circuit in Japan is one of my favourite in the world. It's an absolutely incredible venue that has hosted the Japanese Grand Prix ever since 1987, apart from a little break in the 2000s to go to Fuji. This event, though, does go back a lot further than that. I believe the first Japanese Grand Prix in the Formula 1 era was held in 1976, that famous championship decider between James Hunt and Niki Lauda at the Fuji Circuit. But before we look forward to the event, let's have a look back. Let's have a look at the drivers who have had the most victories at the Japanese Grand Prix of all time and rank them in terms of their victories overall. And there's some familiar names on here. There's some guys that are on the current grid that could extend their win tally even further into 2025. So just before I get into this, let me just clarify, these are victories only in the Formula 1 World Championship era of the event. But shout out to Yoshikazu Tsunako and Motohara Kurosawa for winning the event multiple times back in the non-championship days in the 1960s and 1970s. The most successful Japanese drivers in the history of the event, albeit of course not in the Formula 1 era. Multiple winners in the Formula 1 era are Gerhard Berger, Ayrton Senna, Damon Hill, Mika Hakkinen and Fernando Alonso. But to get onto this list properly and get an in-depth dive, you got to get at least 3 victories on this tally overall. There are 4 drivers that have managed to do so, and the first and most recent of these is Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has won this event 3 times on the bounce in the previous 3 years, and indeed he managed to clinch his 2022 World Championship at the event as well. Japan, I still think, holds the record for the most championship deciders, and some of those being very recent, and the most recent of them all been in 2022. Although the days of the Japanese Grand Prix being a title decider seem to be over now, as the round is pretty on early in the season. Verstappen has dominated this event in truth in the last 3 years. No one's really got close to him in that time, and yeah, if he continues that form, he's going to do very well this weekend. But his Red Bull car doesn't seem like it's quite what it was, so I don't think he's going to get 4 victories in a row. He currently matches Michael Schumacher for the only guy that's won 3 of these events in a row or more. If he manages to get 4, no one else has managed to do that. So that would be a record that Verstappen would break, although I don't think it's going to happen this week, and I'd be surprised. But at the end of the day, he's won 4 championships in a row for a very good reason. Red Bull, of course, doing very well around this track, and also in the hands of Sebastian Vettel, Red Bull got quite a few victories as well. He managed to win 4 times in 5 years, did Sebastian Vettel for Red Bull, back to back in 2009 and 2010, and also in 2012 and 2013. His favourite race around here probably, though, was the 2011 Grand Prix, ironically. Even though he didn't win it, he did win his World Championship, his second championship overall. Kind of mirroring Max Verstappen, actually, thinking about it. That was his second title in 22, wasn't it? So, interesting comparison there. Vettel never managed to win for Ferrari, though. Ferrari not as good in general around this track as others. Ferrari not having the most wins here, that being McLaren with 9 victories overall. And one of those victories for McLaren was Sir Lewis Hamilton back in the day. Although it wasn't at Suzuka, it was at Fuji in 2007 in some of the most torrential rain conditions I have ever seen in a Grand Prix. It seemed as though that 07 victory very much teed him up for his first World Championship in his rookie year, although the Chinese Grand Prix gravel trap by the pit lane did have other ideas when it came to that. Hamilton also won on 4 occasions for Mercedes, 4 times in 5 years between 2014 and 2018. The only time he didn't win was in the middle in 2016. Hamilton can join the top of this list with a victory this weekend, and given the fact that he won in the sprint in China, that is not out of the realms of possibility. But with 6 victories to his name, the most successful driver on this list in the Japanese Grand Prix history. I did mention him before when I talked about Max Verstappen and his 3 wins in a row. It's Michael Schumacher. Schumacher managed to win 5 times for Ferrari in 1997, 2000, 2001, 2002 and 2004, and he also won for Benetton back in 1995 as well. He managed to clinch his 2000 and 2003 World Championships at the event as well, that 8th place in 2003, clinching his 6th title overall in Formula 1 to become the most successful driver in the history of the sport sport, passing Juan Manuel Fangio's all-time, at the time, record of 5 world championships. Schumacher was an ace around here. Even when he didn't win in the likes of 1998 and 1999, he was extremely quick and could have won if circumstances were different. But yeah, the most successful driver in the history event is Michael Schumacher. He did win a few times around Grand Prix, let's be honest here. So yeah, there we go, guys. Any surprises on that list? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And can Hamilton match Schumacher? Can Verstappen match Vettel? Can Fernando Alonso get up to 3 victories? No chance, absolutely not. But we'd like to see it at the end of the day. That'd be definitely a big surprise. Who do you think is going to win the Grand Prix this weekend? Let us know in the comments below. Hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, I really appreciate it if you left a like, left a comment, anything like that. Subscribe as well. We're heading towards 10k. I'm really loving making this content here for you guys on the channel. And let's hope for a great Japanese Grand Prix this weekend.